Hello students, welcome to Teacher Shobana's class of English Literature. I'll be teaching Julius Caesar, as you know, and today I'll be beginning with the class 10 section, Act 3. Please pay attention, and you already know by now that I am going on giving some peculiarly important questions, tiny bits of them from here and there, so that in the short section, in the short video section, where you will find them interesting, and you know they're important. You can get them as a short question, you can get them as an MCQ, and it is very important that you go through through all the lines. And there is a very important factor also in English literature. We just there is a tendency that we give in between the line questions. So whether it is short stories, whether it is drama, whether it is poetry, you must be ready for that anyway. So the understanding must be absolutely thorough. Alright, so here I begin with Act 3, Scene 1. Rome, the capital. The Senate sitting, a crowd, among them Artemidorus and the soothsayer. Flourish, enter Caesar, Brutus, Cassius, Casca, Decius, Metellus Cimber, Trebonius, Cinna, Antony, Lepidus, Popilius, Publius. Alright, and so here just as an introduction, let me tell you that there are two people who actually continuously they are going on warning Caesar about the Ides of March, that he shouldn't be that he should be very careful on the Ides of March. Who are the two people? They are the soothsayer and Artemidorus. So you have to keep that in mind. It forms a very important question also. Caesar. The Ides of March are come. Ides of March, 15th of March, as we already know. Soothsayer, I, Caesar, but not God. See, so the soothsayer, he has already warned him about the Ides of March. So he says, yes, Caesar, but it's not gone as yet. It's only the beginning of the day. Artemidorus says, Hail Caesar, read this schedule. Decius says, Trebonius doth desire you to overread at your best leisure this his humble suit. So Decius says, Trebonius doth desire you means Trebonius wants you to read this schedule when you are free, when you can go through this schedule or the petition which Artemidorus is giving you when you are free to do so. Okay, at your best leisure. This his humble suit. This is what Trebonius is humbly telling you. Artemidorus says, O Caesar, read mine first, for mine's a suit that touches Caesar nearer. Read it, great Caesar. So he says, Artemidorus says, O Caesar, he goes on requesting, he says, O reader, Caesar, read mine first, for mine is a suit that touches Caesar nearer. That it is very, very closely associated with you. It is important that you read it before you do anything else. So he is going on requesting, read it instantly. So Caesar says, what touches us ourselves shall be last served. Caesar says that what we have to do for ourselves shall come last, because we are doing something for the country. Artemidorus says, delay not, Caesar, read it instantly. Artemidorus goes on insisting that Caesar, please don't delay it. Please go, read my schedule first. Read my petition first. Caesar, what, is the fellow mad? Publius says, Sirrah, give place. Cassius says, what urge you petitions in the street? Come to the Capitol. Cassius then says that why are you talking to him in the streets? Come to the Capitol. You have got to pledge a petition. If you've got to place a petition, if you've got to hand him a schedule, please come to the Capitol. Cassius is clever enough. He is trying to drive away Artemidorus from that place. Sorry. Caesar and the rest enter the Senate. Popilius says, I wish your enterprise today may thrive. Popilius, he says, I wish your enterprise, that is the work you have come for, I wish it may thrive. You may go through it. I wish it may be successful. So Cassius says, what enterprise Popilius? Popilius, so it is clear that Popilius does not belong to the group of conspirators. So Popilius says, fare you well. Brutus says, what said Popilius, Lena? Cassius says, he wished, today our enterprise may thrive. I fear our purpose is discovered. So Cassius feels that has Popilius understood what the conspirators are up to? That is what he tells Brutus. That is, Cassius fears that whatever their mission is already discovered, and people have come, that Popilius at least has come to know about it. Brutus says, look how he makes to Caesar, mark him. Now look how he follows Caesar. Just observe him, he says, Brutus. Cassius says, Casca, be sudden, for we fear prevention. That is, we fear prevention. We fear that we may fear some obstruction. We may not be able to carry on as smoothly. So Cassius is telling Casca to be sudden in his attack. Brutus, what shall be done? If this be known, Cassius or Caesar never shall turn back. That is, Cassius says, he is just desperate. He says, if this be known, if people come to know about it, and if this does not materialize, that is, if we are not able to kill Caesar, then either Cassius returns or Caesar returns. Because if Caesar returns hale and hearty, then Cassius says that he will be killing himself. What does he say? For I will slay myself, that I will kill myself. That is what Cassius tells Brutus about himself. Brutus says, Cassius, be constant, that is, have control over yourself. Don't get so upset so soon. Popilius Lena speaks not of our purposes. For look, he smiles, and Caesar doth not change. Now, Popilius Lena may have just talked, it may have just been a general statement, but because Cassius, he is already in a very tense state, he takes everything in a way as if things are getting directed to him only, to the conspirators only. So, but Brutus says that look at him, he is talking to Caesar in a normal way, and Caesar is not changing. So, we need not think about him, and you be in control over yourself. Cassius says, Trebonius knows his time. For look you, Brutus, he draws Mark Antony out of the way. Now, what is Trebonius doing? Trebonius is taking Mark Antony out of the way. He is drawing Mark Antony out, further away from Caesar. Exempt Antony and Trebonius. So, from the stage, Antony and Trebonius go away. Caesar and the senators take their seats. Decius, where is Metellus Cimber? Let him go, and presently prefer his suit to Caesar. Now, Metellus Cimber, he is supposed to present his suit to Caesar. He is supposed to tell him that Caesar of late he has banished his brother Publius Cimber, and he feels that if Metellus, the conspirators feel that this is how the plan has been carried, that is how they have been planning. That is, if Metellus Cimber goes and requests Caesar, Caesar obviously will not yield, will not listen to Metellus Cimber, and then they will be able to take their action. So let's see what they are saying. Decius says, where is Metellus Cimber? Let him go, and presently prefer his suit to Caesar. Brutus, he is addressed, press near and second him. That is, he is addressed, he has already been told, so press near and second him. So be near him and support his statement, support whatever he is saying. Cinna says, Casca, you are the first one that raises your hand. So Cinna says, Casca, you are the first one who attacks Caesar first. First one who rears your hand. First one who raises your hand. Caesar, are we all ready? What is now amiss? That Caesar and his Senate must redress. That is, what is now amiss? That is, what is not correct, which Caesar and the Senate must put to correct. That is, make things correct. What is there so incorrect? What is there? What is the wrong thing which has happened? Metellus now says, most high, most mighty, and most puissant Caesar. That is, the most powerful Caesar. Metellus Cimber throws before thy seat an humble heart and humble heart. Okay, so if it is and, then we pronounce H as H should be silent. So an humble heart. Okay, a humble heart. And Metellus is kneeling as he is talking to Caesar and is requesting him to free his brother from the exile. Caesar says, I must prevent these these couchings and these lowly courtesies. That is, with the way you are kneeling down, with the way you are just begging me, with your position, you are just crouched in front of me. These lowly courtesies might fire the blood of ordinary men, might make ordinary men excited. Might inflame the pride of ordinary men and turn preordinance and first decree into the law of children. That is, whatever the law of the country is, you may feel that it can be turned into the law of children and can be changed anytime if required. Be not fond to think that Caesar bears such rebel blood. Be not fond to think, that is, don't you ever think that Caesar bears such rebel blood, that unstable blood, that he will be taking a decision once and withdrawing it and taking something else. That will be thawed from the true quality with that which melteth fools. That can be changed from the true quality, from that which can melteth fools. That is, he tells him that I am not a fool to get persuaded. You cannot melt me or persuade me. I mean sweet words, low crooked courtesies, and base spaniel fawning. That is, your sweet words, the way you are kneeling down in front of me, and that and in the way of the way a spaniel keeps on, crouches under the feet and wants to be patted and petted at the same time. And thy brother by decree is banished. So however, no matter how low you go down to request me, your brother by decree is banished. If thou dost bend and pray and fawn for him, if you go on praying and fawning for him, for what's to fawn for him? That is like a dog who's wanting to get patted and petted, as I've already said. So I spurn thee like a cur out of my way. That is, I kick you out like a dog out of my way. No, Caesar doth not wrong. You have to know, you have to keep it in your mind that Caesar does not do anything wrong. Alright? No, without cause will he be satisfied, and he will not be satisfied without a sufficient reason. Without a concrete reason, he will not be satisfied. Metellus says, is there no voice more worthy than my own, to sound more sweetly in Caesar's ear? So he is trying his best to convince Caesar so that Caesar leaves his brother and takes back his word and is freed from the exile which he has been put to, the punishment which he has been given. Alright. For the repealing of my banished brother, to take back the punishment and to give him a free life once more as a free citizen. Now Brutus comes in. I kiss thy hand, but not in flattery, Caesar, desiring thee that Publius Cimber may have an immediate freedom of repeal. So I kiss thy hand, but I am not flattering you, Caesar, and I desire that Publius Cimber may have an immediate freedom of repeal. That is, he should be, I am requesting you to call Publius Cimber back from his exile and allow him to live his life as a free citizen. To which Caesar says, what, Brutus? Now Cassius says, pardon Caesar, Caesar pardon. as low as to thy foot doth Cassius fall, to beg enfranchisement for Publius Simba. That is, Cassius even is falling to the foot of Caesar to beg enfranchisement, that is, freedom of Publius Simba, that is, brother of Metellus Simba. Now Caesar says, if I could be well moved if I were as you. If I were you, I perhaps could have been well moved. If I could pray to move, praise could move me. If I would have the habit of praying to move people, of trying to convince people, then I could be moved as well. But I am as constant as the northern star. We all know that we know that the position of the northern star is fixed. So Caesar compares himself to the northern star and tells him that if I can be swayed from my opinion, if I can pray to move, then prayers could move me. If I could do this, then I would also listen to any other request. If I could move, if I could change myself, then I could hear to your request of changing my decision. If I could change, if I have a habit of swaying in my opinion, then I might as well listen to you when you're requesting me to take back my decision. But I am as constant as the northern star, of whose true fixed and resting quality there is no fellow in the firmament. There are many stars in the sky, firmament, the great sky, but we know that the place of the northern star is fixed. The skies are painted with unnumbered sparks. They are all fire, and every one doth shine. But there is but one in all that holds his place. So in the world it is well furnished with men, and men are flesh and blood and apprehensive. Yet in the number I do know but one, that unassailable holds on his right. That person I know in the full world, it's full of men, and men are all apprehensive. They are apprehending. They've got intuitive powers, and they have got their rational powers. They've got their powers by which they can apprehend, and they have got logical powers. But I actually don't. Caesar tells himself that he is just simply unchangeable. Yet in the number I do know but one, that unassailable holds on to his right. That is, this person, he is talking about himself. That is, he is saying that I hold on to my opinion without thinking what might happen to me. I don't fear attack. I am simply fearless, so I will not change my opinion. Unshaked of motion, and that I am he. Let me a little show of it, even in this, that I was constant, Simba should be banished, and constant to remain to keep him so. So Julius Caesar, he simply does not listen to the fact that Publius Simba, Metellus Simba, Simba's brother, should be taken back from his exile and given him and grant him a free life. Julius Caesar is adamant, and he does not wish to take back his words. Now Cinna says, O Caesar, hence wilt thou lift up Olympus. Olympus is like attempting the impossible. It's a Greek mountain, Olympus, and it is believed to be the abode of gods. It is believed that the gods stay there. It's a home of gods. So lifting up Mount Olympus is next to impossible. Similarly, trying to convince Caesar to their own wish to get things done is equally impossible. Decius says, Great Caesar. Caesar says, doth not Brutus bootless kneel? So even Brutus is kneeling bootless. Now Casca suddenly attacks. He says, "Speak, hands for me." They stab Caesar. Brutus stabs last. Now history says Caesar was stabbed 23 times. Alright, and now Brutus stabs last, to which Caesar says, "Et tu, Brute," then falls Caesar. Caesar used to share a very good relation with Brutus. Now when Brutus also stabs Caesar, Caesar is just not able to take it, and he says, "Et tu, Brute," that is, even you too, Brutus. Then falls Caesar. Then Caesar falls down and gives up his life, and Caesar dies. So it is still here for now, and we will be continuing with the remaining part of the syllabus in my next class. Please go through it, and please read all the lines very carefully. Please do watch all my long videos and my short videos very carefully, and I hope you will be amply benefited. Please come in with your doubts in the comment section, and I'll definitely get back to you. So till then, thank you so much.